Believe me, I don't want to keep talking about this, but it keeps rearing its ugly head in the news, so I have to. We have a new anti-gay comment or comments that surfaced from Phil Robertson of Duck Dynasty. He was at a church in Pennsylvania in 2010, and he said this.
You actually become a fool. You know what you do? You suppress the truth about God by your wickedness. And you know what happens? His wrath is poured upon you. Don't believe it? First they say there is no God. Get him out of your mind. Then they bow down to birds, animals, and reptiles, and each other. And the first thing you see coming out of them is gross sexual immorality. They will dishonor their bodies with one another, degrade each other. Is that going on in the United States of America? Look around. God's not there. We have all the answers. Don't hurt a little bird or an animal. And boy, is there some immorality going on around here. Does it get worse? Therefore, because they did not think it worthwhile to retain the knowledge of God, he gave them over to shameful lusts. Women exchanged natural relations and were inflamed with lust for one another, and the men were inflamed with lust with each other. Women with women, men with men. They committed indecent acts with one another, and they received in themselves the due penalty for their perversion. They're full of murder, envy, strife, hatred. They are insolent, arrogant, God-haters. They are heartless. They are faithless. They are senseless. They are ruthless. They invent ways of doing evil. That's what you have. 235 years, roughly, after your forefathers founded the country. So what are you going to do, Pennsylvania? Just run with them? You're going to die. Don't forget that.
Yeah, boy, did I misjudge this guy from day one, huh? He's actually a genius. Somebody get this guy a job as a professor at MIT. Does he do? Does he know neuroscience? Can he do neurosurgery? Should we put him in some scrubs and get him in the operating room right now? Is he an astrophysicist? Should he be hanging out with Neil deGrasse Tyson? Oh, that's right! I didn't misjudge him. I was exactly right about him from day one. And I love the massive amounts of criticism that I got on me for calling him out for being an idiot. I'm so tired of fanboys, right? Like, if somebody likes something, the world all of a sudden becomes black and white. Like, if you like the show Duck Dynasty, all of a sudden, they can't do any wrong ever. Anything they've ever said about anything in the history of the world is perfect because I like them, and therefore they get a pass on everything ever. No, the world could be a complex place. So you could enjoy the show Duck Dynasty, and you could think it's entertaining, but you could also think, that guy's a massive douche, and not that intelligent. Which, by the way, is probably the reality. Now, there's so much to get to here. First of all, I didn't know that I was worshiping birds and lizards. You know, us evil liberals, we worship birds and lizards, apparently. Didn't know that. Missed the memo. I guess Michael Moore forgot to forward it to me in the email. Let's get to the meat of the issue here. He says, quote, talking about gays, quote, they're full of murder, envy, anger, strife, hatred. They are insolent, arrogant, God-haters. They are heartless. They are faithless. They are senseless. Irony. And they are ruthless. They invent ways of doing evil. There's my rebuttal, okay? I've done enough of a rebuttal. Here's my rebuttal, Phil. I'm laughing at you.